Obviously, it was great to earn our 11th win last Saturday. Really proud of the way our guys responded, especially in the second half. Really challenged them at halftime and to come out and score, I think, touchdowns in our first three drives there in the second half was really good. And then also we were better on third down in the second half, which obviously led to the scoring drives, and ran the ball for close to 200 yards there. Also pleased with no sacks. I believe that's the third time in the last four games where we've had no sacks. So doing a good job there. And then also no turnovers is something we talk about all the time. It was a very big positive. Going back and watching the video, really the slow start in the first half really just came down to poor execution on third down. We had some opportunities and also had some drops, which kind of stalls your momentum and rhythm and gets you off the field. But really proud of the way the guys responded when having a little bit of adversity there early. Obviously, exciting week, getting ready for South Carolina. An opportunity to accomplish our next team goal, which is something we always focus on, winning the state championship. And for me, I was thinking about it this morning. I believe this is going to be my 25th year being a part of this rivalry, either as a coach's kid, a player, or now a coach. So I've been on the sidelines in some capacity for going on 25 years. So something that I always look forward to and is one of the best rivalries in college football. Looking at South Carolina, they're athletic on defense. They've had to battle through some injuries. I think the positive part of that for them is they've got a lot of guys that have played. It's a little bit difficult for us putting together a depth chart because they have a lot of guys that have played meaningful snaps. So it gives them a little bit of versatility there, being able to move some guys around to different spots. They have a really good scheme, do a good job on defense, and put their guys in a position to be successful. And it'll definitely be a good challenge for us, but I know it's one our guys look forward to every year, and so it'll be a great week. Look forward to getting started today.
As a guy that's seen this rivalry from both sides of the aisle, and as you just mentioned, numerous capacities, how would you maybe best kind of sum up the emotions and just the whole deal?
Yeah, it's a very emotional game. Being around this state, you're either a Tiger or a Gamecock, and and both sides are very passionate about their team, which is what makes college football great. And I think that's why college football is one of the best sports out there, because the fans are so passionate. And in this state, the fans are very passionate for their side. And then I think, as a player and as a coach, one thing that, you try to maybe take from it is that, it's going to be an emotional game, but emotions don't win the game. We've been very hyped up before getting ready to go play and don't go out and play well. And really, the team that wins this game most of the time is the one that executes best and has really good, maybe focused intensity, and is able to go out and play well. So that'll be our challenge, is kind of bottling up all the emotion that'll be a part of the game, and being sure that we use that between the whistles and do it the right way.
Jeff, how much did you guys hear about the rivalry when they were on their 5-year run, and do you hear as much now from your guys that you are on this side of the winning side?
Yeah, that wasn't that far ago that we were in that position, and it was something that we knew we were going to have to turn. It wasn't something that was just going to happen. And, I think it's kind of timed up. The things that we've done the last 4 years in this program, that's been a part of it. But I think, Coach Sweeney does a great job of letting everybody know how important this game is. I mean, the players understand that. They know it. Some of the freshmen that are just coming in, a guy like Justin Ross, he'll find out. And in his state, they have a big rivalry there too. So he's seen that. He just hasn't been a part of this one yet. But I think the fact that it takes up one of our 5 team goals, I think that sends a pretty big message to our guys. And they're handing out, I think now it's 2 trophies, the old one and the new one, after this game. So there's no doubt that we hear about it, and living in this state, you hear about it all the time, and it doesn't matter how good of a season you're having or maybe how difficult a season you're having. This one right here, you can throw your records and all that out the window. This one, last year's success, or the last 4 years' success, really is not going to give us an advantage or any points come Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
So you were a teenager, and your dad's the coach at South Carolina. Can you remember hating these guys?
Hating Clemson?
Yeah.
Well, you're going deep here. My story, and this has been told plenty of times before now because I've been here a few years, but the story that I always remember is the Friday morning that I woke up in Columbia and came outside to go get the paper out of the mailbox, and there was 3 huge tiger paws painted on my driveway, and I went and got my mom and brother. My dad had already gone to work. Guess he didn't see it in the middle of the night, I don't know. But I was like, wow, they're pretty serious about this. And it was, I think, just last year that somebody finally fessed up and came in and admitted to my dad and I they were the ones that painted the tiger paw on our driveway. But no, I could tell that, those years, I could tell the impact of this rivalry. I've seen it from both sides, and both sides are very passionate about their schools and about their football programs like they should be, and it's what makes college football so special. I think it's, I'm looking forward to seeing him this afternoon. I've talked to him on the phone, and I think he's, kind of going through the checklist and everything, but we'll know more. I think it's too early to tell this part in the week, but I know if he's able to go, he'll go, but we'll see how he progresses.
Is that the concussion protocol check?
I know he's being looked at and being monitored, and he'll get over here this afternoon. They'll kind of check him out and kind of see, how he progresses through that. But outside of that, that's really all that I can say.
Coach, your defense hasn't allowed a first quarter touchdown all season, hasn't allowed a first half touchdown, I believe 13 in the last 16 games. When things aren't always clicking on offense like the last couple games in the first half, how much of a luxury is that for you?
Man.
Play callers on offense?
Yeah, it's not just when we're maybe off to a slow start. It's all the time. Having one of the ways to have a good offense is to have a good defense, and just for field position and number of possessions and all those things. It really, I've got 2 guys in the wide receiver group that are starting on punt return. Obviously Amari's starting back deep, and then TJ Chase starts front line, and then sometimes Justin Ross and DK are up there on the front line. It seems like as soon as we come off the field, we get over there and we go over, a review of what happened, and then after about 2 plays, we say, all right, 3rd down, punt return, let's go. We get back up and go out there and go get the ball again. That's a luxury. Obviously our players do an excellent job, and Coach Venables and that defensive staff, do as good a job as anybody in the country. And so, we're very fortunate. And what we want to do offensively is be able to complement them. Whenever they get stops, we want to go out and score points and, get a good lead where it kind of puts pressure on that offense and makes them one-dimensional, so we can help them as well. And I think we've done that a large part of the year.
Yeah, you talked about the memory as a kid, as a player here, and then as a coach. Both of those, what are your 2 best memories on both sides of that?
I think my best memory as a player would be my redshirt freshman year, getting an opportunity to go out and hold the game-winning field goal. I saw a little bit of the video of that. Didn't remember all of that as I watched that video. But what I do remember about that was pretty special was where the ball was lined up. And I don't remember exactly the yard line right now, but where the ball was lined up, I think South Carolina called a timeout trying to ice the kicker. And I went over and told Aaron Hunt, the kicker, I said, you realize where we are right now, this is exactly the spot that you kick your last 3 field goals whenever we worked out in the spring and summer, and we'd go over to the stadium and let him go through his routine. You know, we'd have a little routine that we went through, and we always finished right there where we were. And I said, man, that's pretty special. We're getting to kick, you know, from where we've kicked many of these, you know. And so that was pretty neat, I guess, being, you know, 2 years early. I was on the other side, and I was about as close to the action that I got probably in my career, but that was definitely a special moment. I mean, anytime you win on a last-second field goal, that's pretty emotional, but especially in a rivalry game. So that was great. And then, you know, as a coach, you know, I would say probably 2 years ago, you know, just offensively, you know, having a lot of success and thinking about Mike Williams, him going out, you know, in his last year here, and, you know, being from South Carolina, knowing how important that game was to him, and for him to go out and have the success that he had, that's probably, you know, as a receivers coach and working with the offense, that was, you know, a great time, great memory, great night for him and for us.
Will Muschamp's known as a defensive coach. What are some staples of his defenses, and why do you feel like you guys have had so much success against them?
Yeah, you know, respect Coach Muschamp a lot. I mean, I think a lot of what he does, you see Alabama and Georgia, you know, they're going to be aggressive. They're not going to sit back. It's not a bend but don't break defense. I mean, they're going to be aggressive and force the issue. And I mean, you've got to be prepared for a lot of different looks. You know, some of the things that they do on third down are a little bit different and kind of keep you off balance.